Do you remember growing up and singing songs in your head all the time? And your classmates might join you or they would make fun of you. Well, I've had songs and jingles going through my head for years. And I go back to the 1950s when the only rock and roll that existed was it didn't exist. So we had, songs like How Much Is That Dog in the Window? The one with the waggly tail. Then out of nowhere, in the summer of 1956, I heard for the first time, You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crocking all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crocking all the time. You ain't never made a living and you ain't no friend of mine. And I was like 7.5 years old. I heard that. I was in Scarsdale, New York before we moved to Connecticut, and I was like, whoa. So when we got to Connecticut, we got a hold of his first album. We heard songs like Love Me Tender, Love Me Do, All My Not Fulfilled, La Dee. I've always had problems remembering lyrics. And then we would have things, don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other lover. Baby, it's still you I'm thinking of. Let's walk down to the chapel. And then it went from that to other songs that started coming out on the AM radio, like Goodness Gracious, Great Balls of Fire. That was Jerry Lee Lewis. And then there was a guy named Fats Domino. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill, on Blueberry Hill. And then it was like, whoa, this is really good. I love this stuff. Then we would hear a song like from Dion and the Belmonts. Well, I'm the kind of guy that likes to run around. I'm hug 'em. They don't even know my name. They call me the Wanderer. Yeah, the Wanderer. I run around and round and round. And then we heard things as I got a little bit older, like in let's see, 1960, 1961. Oh, no, don't let the rain come down. Or footsteps, ba-da-ba-da-ba, footsteps, ba-da-ba-da-ba, footsteps. And there were songs that were just coming out of nowhere, it seemed. Then around 1961, when I was in seventh grade, out of nowhere came this high voice singing, Sherry, Sherry baby, Sherry, Sherry baby, Sherry baby. That was the Four Seasons. I didn't know who Frankie Valli was, but I was like, whoa, that's intense. That's great. Wow. And I began to start, by the time I was in eighth grade, well, maybe seventh, eighth grade, go to my first lesson in how to dance. Oh, was that scary? The girls were on one side, the boys on the other. I didn't know how to walk up to a girl and say, will you dance with me and hold my hand? Baby, I'm your man, oh baby. Do you want to dance? I didn't know how until suddenly an individual song came out called The Twist. And we didn't have to hold or touch one another. So we could twist again, like we did last summer. We'll twist again, twisting time is here. And songs like mashed potatoes, yeah, 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 yeah. Mashed potatoes started a long time ago. Oh, with a guy named Stompin' Joe. Then by the time I was like in, oh wow, eighth grade, I found myself singing to um, there's a moon out tonight. Oh, 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 oh. Maybe that was eighth grade, I don't remember. Or Bobby Vinton. blue velvet, bomb, bomb, bomb. Then by ninth grade, something really happened that we didn't know was coming. As we were listening to songs in the United States, there was a rumble that was just suddenly a group coming out of England. We didn't even know that anybody in England even sang or did anything. And it was presented in this way on AM radio. Oh, kids, you're not going to believe who this is. And I was like, waiting, week in and week out for this group coming out of England. And all of a sudden we heard for the first time, oh yeah, I tell you something, blah, 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 blah. I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. When I first heard it the first time, I went, this isn't that great. But then it caught on, and the phenomenon of the English invasion into the United States brought some incredible music. And we saw the Beatles on Ed Sullivan, and it was unbelievable. 3 weeks in a row on Sunday nights. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles. But I was blown away for the first time when about 3 to 4 or 6 months later, suddenly I was over at some girlfriend's house. And Logan, you got to come in here and see this. This is another group, and they have longer hair. And I heard, well, this will be the last time. This will be the last time. Maybe the last time. I don't know. Oh, no. It was the Rolling Stones. And I was like, whoa. Well, fast forward from that year in 1964, 1965, and number of songs came out like Satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. And then suddenly for the first time I heard Bob Dylan, who broke the records, because these records, the recordings sometimes were 2 or 3 minutes and that was it. He came out with one that went nearly 6 minutes, like, once upon a time you dressed so fine, you threw the bumps of dime in your prime, didn't you? You used to laugh about everybody that was hanging out. Now you don't talk so loud. Now you don't seem so proud after having to be scrounging your next meal. How does it feel? Bob Dylan broke the mold. And I really didn't know that much about him. I'd sort of been introduced to him, you know. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. But I didn't know the influence that he was going to have on the English and others. And so, it's almost 8 minutes into this video. I want to sing to you a song that I made up for Rumble in the Jungle. I'm the author of Rumble in the Jungle. So, and I'm Mr. Rungle. And so it begins this way. I met a man named Rungle. I met him in the jungle. The moon was bright. It was a Saturday night. I say, now, hey, everybody, let's Rungle tonight. And we sang Rungle in the jungle. It's a happy, happy tune. Rungle in the jungle. Let's go up and fly to the moon. I haven't completed that song yet because I haven't any musicians that want to help me record this so I can promote my book even more. Well, kiddies, it's been fun. Sing along with Mitch. Ooh, you don't even know who Mitch was. It wasn't Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. That was Devil with the blue dress, blue dress, blue dress, devil with the blue dress on. Yeah, devil with the blue dress, blue dress, blue dress, devil with the blue dress on. Bye-bye. Mwah. Happy trails to you until we meet again. How do you like my speaker system here in my bedroom? In my room, in my room. Anybody could name that song and the group that sang that song. La, 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 la. Tell my troubles to in my room. Bye bye. Mwah.